Well, welcome back to the channel, everybody. So today's video is not going to be as upbeat as what I normally try to make my videos, and that's because we are dealing with a big problem right now for the farm, and that is our insurance company. And if you remember, back in September I made a video talking about how our insurance company wanted us to bulldoze our 100 and some year old root cellar. Things aren't just about the root cellar anymore. And what happened was, this all started when they did a random inspection, and I don't remember when it was because I wasn't here, but Kelsey was here. She saw the woman go around, and then they claimed that they sent us a letter saying we needed to get these repairs done a year ago. We never got a letter until about September, maybe August, saying that we needed to fix the install railings, which right here, this was one of the jobs, and I was fine with that. Install railings on the side porches. And while I was doing this, I went ahead and put down a new floor and redid the steps. And this is a job that I wanted to get done anyway. So I had no problem with that. So I got that done. I put the wrought iron railing on the other porch, and I rushed that job. I wish I could have done it a little bit better, but it is sturdy. It is done. And when I talked to my agent, my local agent, they told me as long as you can get those railings done, they'll leave you alone, because they had brought up in the original inspection about our foundation needing repair and the root cellar. But my agent told me, just worry about these railings and then they'll leave you alone. Well, that was not the case. So before I go any further, a lot of you have been recommending, and even back when we did the video back in September, you recommended that we just switch insurance companies. Well, we tried, and it's not that simple. The problem is we can't get another insurance company to take us on because our only source of heat is the wood stove. And it would be different if it was an outdoor stove with some companies. And then the company who we have car insurance through told me that if you had a different source of heat, a secondary source, like a heat pump or something, we would be able to take you on. Well, now they're kind of backing off of that. Even if I would spend probably 10 grand to put in a heat pump and a furnace for that, they're saying now we don't know if we'll be able to insure you with that. So now we are in an even worse predicament, because whenever I call an insurance company now, I don't even get to the part about the heat source. I tell them I need house insurance. Well, why? Well, because my company, which I'm not going to name them out yet, but my company is dropping me because of my sandstone foundation and because of my root cellar. And I can't get a company now to insure me. The companies that I called, oh, we don't insure houses with sandstone foundations. Well, you can't tell me. I see them. I see sandstone foundations all over the place, and you can't tell me that it's not maybe even a better foundation than concrete block sometimes. And this has been here for over 100 years. But moving on, I actually went to my agent's office. I said, what should I do? And they said they called the corporate people while I was there, and I just listened. I didn't talk to them directly. They wanted me to mortar all the cracks on the foundation, and you're not going to like this one. They wanted me to mortar all the cracks on the root cellar because the bank's coming in on it, is what they said. That's what the woman said. And I looked at the woman there at my agent's office. I go, that is what a root cellar is. It's built into the bank. And so they claimed that I needed to get a contractor and an engineer out here to look at both the foundation and the root cellar. Well, the woman at my agent's office, she argued for me. She said, what if he just does this himself? Will that be enough? And mind you, this is on a Friday, and this needed to be done by Tuesday. And the woman said, well, technically no, because he needs an engineer or a contractor. But if he does the work, we'll look at the pictures. And so I had the whole family. I had my dad, father-in-law, my brother, and me. We worked on the foundation. We got that done, and then we went over to the root cellar. And as you can see by these pictures, we got it done. But the root cellar does not look like it did. It was so beautiful. Now it's ugly. And the point of the root cellar was not for us to use it. You know, if the thing would cave in, am I going to build it back? No, I'm not going to build it back. But the point of it is, this is my property. That's original to the house and probably built before the house. I'd say that was built back when there was a log cabin over there by the chicken coop. That was the original house. And the point of it is, don't tell me what to do on my property, especially when I locked the door so no one can get in there. So it shouldn't be a liability anymore. And some of you said, well, just take it off. Well, I can't take it off the insurance because they think someone could get injured from that root cellar because the bank's coming in on it. And let me tell you, I am at my very end with my patience with them. And this is going to be the last video if they've made me do all these things, which I spent a couple grand on both porches. And then we bought the mortar for the foundation and for over there at the root cellar. I worked so hard to do what they asked me to do. And if they don't approve this, I am going to call them out on it, on here. I will call them out. I hope it doesn't come to that. I don't want to do that. But it's not right. I feel like I'm under attack. Now, the problem is, if they don't approve what we've done, and if I don't hear from them today, actually, we don't have homeowners insurance. And the big deal about that is we still have a mortgage, so we have to have homeowners insurance. And if they kick us off today, what's going to happen is the mortgage company is going to put us on forced plan insurance. And that's going to be an insurance company that they're not even going to come out here and check nothing. They're going to consider you like a high risk property. And so what I'm going to end up having to do is pay 4 to 10 times more for my homeowner's insurance. But I don't want you guys to worry about that because I'm not going to do that. I've got other plans in place and some personal decisions. I'm not going to tell you because I'm not looking for opinions on that because I'm going to do what I'm going to do, you know, to make sure that we're not paying for this forced plan insurance. I'm not going to do it. But I've got different options. That's not the problem. The problem that I have with this is I've tried to do what they said, and they're still giving me such a hard time about this. It's not right, and really, I want an apology for what they made me do to that root cellar. Because I mean, you see the pictures and the videos there, it just doesn't look the same. It's a shame of what we've had to do, and if they don't approve this, it's wrong. So, as you know, if you've watched me for a while, I am not normally like this. I'm not normally, so defensive, but this is personal. It's getting to be personal now, and I've had enough. And I'm going to make a stink about it if they don't approve it. So that's where we are. Hopefully, I'll have some better news for you here soon. But like I said, either way, I'm going to get through it. We're going to get through it because we've definitely put too much work, sweat, blood, tears into this place, and I'm not losing it. I do all this for the kids, you know, because they'll never be able to afford a place like this. I barely bought this place at the right time to where even I could afford it, and now this company is just doing random inspections. And that's the other thing. this same insurance company insured this house. They came and did an inspection when I bought it. And then they insured this house years before I ever bought it with the previous owners. Why were these changes not needed then, but now they are? So that's when I told my agent, I said, I feel like I'm being attacked. So, like I said, we'll see what happens. We'll keep you up to date, but don't worry about us. We're going to get through it. So, until next time, thank you for praying for us and for supporting us, and thanks for watching.